Hey guys, just wanted to jump in real quick before the video actually properly started to let you know mild mic issues. I just got a brand new mic and I've been trying to figure out how to make it sound the best. But hopefully I can resolve that later on in the future. So enjoy the video. Hey everyone, welcome back to the Cunning Card Mage channel. Today I wanted to try to do something a little bit different than I've done in the other videos. Today I wanted to take a moment to start a brand new series of me going through my favorite commander decks that I run at my LGS. The first on the list is going to be none other than Wolverine Best There Is. Because as we are coming ever closer to the release of the Spider-Man Universes Beyond set, I felt it would be, poetic or good to release one of my Marvel decks. If you wanted to look at the deck list that I have for it, I have made it all in Moxfield, and that will be down in the link in the description. Now, let's get into it. So, one of the first things I wanted to talk about with my specific Wolverine deck is what I did with him was I wanted to more or less make sure that you did the best that you could with him. That, might mean it's hard to describe, but it's one of those of it's a very Voltron commander. There's not a lot of creatures in it. It's mostly going to be instants or enchantments that are going to boost up him, put on +1/+1 counters, including cards like Power Fist, of making it to where the damage that he does, he gets that many +1/+1 counters. It is a very Voltron heavy deck, and it is one of my favorite decks that I run. However, there is a huge stipulation to that. I constantly get mana screwed with it. I have a good chunk of lands. I have 34 to be exact. Well, 36 because some of them are flip cards. And I somehow, every single time I run this deck, will have a terrible run of not getting enough lands to just play the deck. Just really frustrating. One of the people I play with at my LGS plays a Prosper deck every once in a while, and somehow every single time I'm playing the Wolverine deck and he's playing the Prosper deck, I'm doing terrible on lands, and he exiles the land from the top of my library, and I just also miss another land drop. It gets very annoying, but it's one of those things of I, would want to mess around, try to figure out how many lands would be perfect for it, but I also don't want to mess with that formula at a certain point. It's a really fun, great deck. It is a bracket 2, I believe. In my humble opinion, it's a bracket 2. It's not my best deck that I run. It's very easy to counter at a certain point. A lot of the time, someone will look at me playing Wolverine and kind of make me realize like, oh, you are most likely going to be the target, because I can instantly kill people pretty quickly, especially given how I will give him like an equipment that will give him trample. I will put Swiftfoot boots on him. I will do all the things possible to where I could literally just swing out and kill both people at once, because I also have the Cadus Emberclaw Familiar card, which is really great because that is whenever a commander you control deals combat damage to an opponent, it deals that much damage to each other opponent, which is really intense. Of Wolverine, all of his damage he deals is doubled, so if you are really lucky and people are down a decent chunk, you could literally just kill all your opponents in just one combat rotation, which just hits really nice, which I have done whenever I was getting frustrated. But all in all, it's a pretty good deck. Would I recommend it? Absolutely. If you wanted to try to run it, it would be a fun deck to play. I think something I would recommend is you could either go on to EDH Rec and look at the different kinds of Wolverine decks you want, and you can either buy it through like Card Kingdom or TCG Player, not sponsored, hashtag not sponsored, or you can just proxy it until you feel like good and confident that it might be a good idea to invest in it, because at a certain point your money is important. Granted, I'm not your dad. I'm not going to make those kind of financial decisions for you. But all in all, I just kind of wanted to run you all through quickly my Wolverine deck as we get ever closer to the release of the Marvel Spider-Man set. That's about it. So, bye. One more thing. If y'all wanted to recommend me to look at any decks or anything along those lines, feel free to leave that down in the comments down below to one, boost engagement a little bit, and also I'll happily read it and, might try to run that kind of deck if I felt like it. Now, peace.